Okay, so just a quick one. Generated this guy in midjourney. Not ideal for the sparc3d because obviously it's an angle, and also his arms could really be doing to an A pose. And if we go to the 3D model, you can see we've got problems with his legs are connected. If you compare it to where's there, you see that I need to. So, and the same with his arms, and with the straps and everything. I mean, it's great that you can 3D print, and his hands going in the helmet, right? So, I mean, I'm only going to do one half, I guess. I'm going to, because originally there's, I guess, two approaches. First of all, the first thing we've got to do though is make it symmetrical. So I did a lattice for that. So that's this is it without the lattice. He's like twisted over. The shoulders aren't square. The feet aren't square, or they're not evenly spaced. So put a lattice deformer on the whole thing. Just scaled the box roughly to the rough size, and then into edit mode. Select a load of points, this sort of thing. What's that object? So this sort of thing. So just rotated it around to deform it how I want it. Right. I mean, I guess you could do an armature, but it is because of the intersection thing. The lattice worked well enough. Apart from the head, right? The head was a bit of an issue. So what I did is I detached the head. The head's its own thing, and just rotated it so the eyes are level, the ears are level. Maybe not quite level actually. It's slightly. That's a problem. His eyes are level, but his ears aren't level. So that's a bit of a problem. Well, not major problem. I mean, the thing is, what I'll do is do one side. I won't do the retopology symmetrically. I'll do one side. And I'll also try and retopologize from doing the straps part is going to be difficult. I mean, because obviously you had those as separate pieces, right? So, and this is all one sort of merge and mesh. So this is the sort of hassle of trying to get to make the AI generated model work. But it's a sort of useful thing. You can only really trace off it, retopologize off it. So I'm going to try for another video. Just try and retopologize it. Once I've got a rough retopologize it, and gaps where I need gaps on like under the arms and stuff like that, I'll make it really dense, and then I'll rotate so that I capture as much detail as I can. So subdivide the retopology model. So it's slightly different. I mean, you could hack the arms out using like live boolean in ZBrush. Was one idea. I still might try that, but I think first thing, so I'd build like a load of cutters, low poly using Z modeler, or do it directly in Blender, create a load of low poly cutters to cut out the legs, so that I can spread the legs slightly further apart and the arms, put them into an A or a T pose, and separate the fingers and all this sort of stuff. Or, this is the other idea I've got, is basically retopologize it and then really increase the topology so we capture all the detail. And then we're going to have to go back and re-sculpt it. So that's the sort of thing. But then I'll be able to rotate the mesh, and then possibly bridge, or was it mesh fill? I think they call it, across the holes that we'll have. So to have to reconstruct, where the holes will be, and then re-sculpt it, which kind of defeats the purpose a bit. I'm just exploring it. I mean, it's still pretty cool that we can get like a cool mesh like this that would 3D print quite well if it wasn't for the weirdness with his hand disappearing into the helmet. It's probably the only thing that's really awful in sort of 3D printing. I mean, there's a few little bit of weirdness, but it did a really good job. But I'd like to make it like a game asset. So if I can kind of, let's say, retopologize it, what do they call it? What did I hear someone call it? The topology janitor, which I thought was quite funny. So just and then once I've got the overalls, then do the bits over the top. There'll be a certain amount of, like, I have to kind of guess, I guess, where the patches join and stuff underneath the straps and stuff. So yeah, a bit of a challenge, but it's sort of, there is some use to the, I guess it's a bit like getting a ZBrush sculpt that everything's joined together and it's all like, having to make it work, have to cut it all apart again. So it's a similar sort of issue. But yeah, I thought it's sort of something else that, maybe for the AI film, I was thinking get the head into MetaHuman, see if I could make a MetaHuman version of the head, and then we have all the puppetry tools and the groom and everything in Unreal. So yeah, okay, I'll stop the video.